The Lazarus Project. In the year 2089, the world was on the brink of collapse. Earth's resources were dwindling, and the constant threat of war loomed in the air. Governments around the globe operated clandestine projects, hoping to find the key to humanity's survival. One such project, dubbed the Lazarus Project, involved human cloning in an underground military base. Dr. Aaron Mitchell, a young, brilliant geneticist, worked tirelessly at the underground facility, attempting to perfect human cloning for military purposes. His most recent subject, a soldier named John, had died in battle, and his consciousness was preserved in an advanced neural network. The goal was to create a clone with John's physical prowess and memories, which could then be deployed back into action. Dr. Mitchell's progress was slow, and with each failed experiment, the pressure from his superiors mounted. The deadline was fast approaching, and the world above grew increasingly unstable. In a desperate attempt, Dr. Mitchell decided to take a risk, using an experimental serum designed to rapidly accelerate the cloning process. Against all odds, the experiment was successful. The clone of John, now referred to as Lazarus, emerged from his vat, physically identical to his original self. As Lazarus' memories were restored from the neural network, he quickly adapted to his new existence. Dr. Mitchell was ecstatic, but his joy was short-lived. He soon discovered that the serum had an unexpected side effect: Lazarus was aging rapidly. In a matter of days, the once youthful soldier was now a frail, elderly man. His body could no longer support his mind, and he was plagued by constant pain. Dr. Mitchell was faced with an impossible choice. He could either present Lazarus to his superiors as a success, knowing that the soldier would be sent out to fight and ultimately perish, or he could terminate the project, sacrificing his own career and potentially the future of humanity. As the deadline approached, Dr. Mitchell agonized over his decision. He watched as Lazarus continued to deteriorate, his body growing weaker with each passing hour. The thought of sending him into battle, knowing the suffering he would endure, haunted Dr. Mitchell. In the end, Dr. Mitchell chose to act on his conscience. He entered the laboratory late one night and disconnected Lazarus from his life support, granting him a merciful end. With tears in his eyes, Dr. Mitchell destroyed all the research data and wiped the neural network, ensuring that the Lazarus Project would never be replicated. The following morning, Dr. Mitchell faced the consequences of his actions. He was arrested and charged with treason, a crime punishable by death. As he was escorted from the underground facility, Dr. Mitchell took one last look at the cloning lab, knowing that he had made the right choice. In a world on the brink of destruction, Dr. Aaron Mitchell had chosen compassion over ambition, and in doing so, had preserved what was left of humanity's soul. Title: The Visitors. We see a small town with its residents going about their daily routine. Suddenly, a bright light appears in the sky, and the town is enveloped in a strange energy field. Town Hall, Day. The town mayor, Jim, calls an emergency meeting with his team to discuss the situation. Jim, we need to find out what's going on. We need to contact the government and the military. Cindy, a young and enthusiastic scientist, speaks up. Cindy, wait. Let's try to establish contact with whoever or whatever is out there first. Maybe they're friendly. Jim, skeptical, and how do we do that? Cindy, we can use our satellite dish to send out a signal of peace. Jim, alright, let's try it. Cindy and a technician, Bob, set up the satellite dish to send out a signal of peace. Suddenly, a holographic image appears on the screen. It's an alien with a peaceful demeanor. Alien, we come in peace. We want to establish contact with your civilization. Cindy and Bob look at each other in disbelief. Cindy, to Bob, this is incredible. Let's bring them here. Int. Town Hall, Day. Jim, Cindy, and Bob meet with the alien delegation led by Vyu, a tall and wise-looking alien. Jim, welcome to Earth. We're honored to have you here. Vyu, thank you. We've been observing your planet for a long time. We've come to offer you our help and knowledge. Cindy, curious, what kind of help and knowledge? VYU, we can help you solve some of the problems that you face as a civilization. We can help you cure diseases, produce clean energy, and establish peaceful relations among yourselves. Jim, cautious, that sounds too good to be true. VYU, we understand your skepticism, but we come in peace. We have no intention of harming you or taking over your planet. We only want to help. Cindy looks at Vayu with admiration. Cindy, excited, this is amazing. Imagine all the things we can learn from each other. Bob, nodding, yeah, this could be the start of a new era for humanity. Jim, Cindy, Bob, and Vayu sit around a table, discussing the details of their cooperation. Jim, grateful, thank you for coming here and offering your help. We accept your offer. Vayu, smiling, we're glad to hear that. Together, we can accomplish great things. The camera pans out as Jim, Cindy, Bob, and Vayu shake hands, signifying a peaceful and hopeful future for humanity in extraterrestrial life. Story 2. Dr. Natalie Chen is working diligently at her computer, finalizing her latest invention, a time travel device. Suddenly, a time RIP appears, and Lieutenant Alex Harper steps through. Alex, urgent, Dr. Chen, I've come from the future. Your life is in danger. Natalie, startled, what? Who are you? Alex, I'm Lieutenant Alex Harper. I was sent back to protect you and your invention. A group of mercenaries are coming to steal it and use it for their own gain. Captain Damian Blaine and his mercenaries appear through another time rip. They scan the area, preparing for their mission. Damian, smirking, let's find Dr. Chen and get that device. Our future depends on it. Alex explains the situation to Natalie as they prepare to leave. Alex, we need to destroy your time travel device to prevent them from altering history. Natalie, reluctant, but it's my life's work. Alex, serious, and it could also be the end of the world as we know it. Alex and Natalie make their way through the city, avoiding Damian and his mercenaries. They hear footsteps approaching and quickly take cover. Damian, yelling, split up. Find them. The mercenaries disperse, searching for Alex and Natalie. EXT rooftop, night. Alex and Natalie climb to the rooftop, catching their breath. Natalie, panting, we need a plan. Alex, I have an idea, but it's risky. We need to set a trap. Alex and Natalie set up an ambush in an abandoned warehouse. Natalie works on a makeshift EMP device while Alex sets up a perimeter. Natalie, nervous, I hope this works. Alex, confident, it will. Trust me. Damian and his mercenaries close in on the warehouse, weapons at the ready. Damian, whispering, surround the building. Don't let them escape. The mercenaries storm the warehouse, but Alex and Natalie are ready. A fierce firefight ensues, with Alex taking out several mercenaries using his advanced weapons. Damian, find them. Natalie, now. Natalie activates the EMP device, disabling the mercenaries' weapons and equipment. Alex and Natalie make a run for it, escaping the warehouse while the mercenaries are disoriented. Damian, get after them. Alex and Natalie return to the lab, out of breath but alive. But little did they know, the world they teleported to was not the world they were just in. Story 3. Our heroes, Dr. James Carter, a brilliant astrophysicist, and Captain Riley Sullivan, a skilled pilot and military officer, stand in the control room of the abandoned military base. They have just succeeded in thwarting the plans of the power-hungry General Stanton, who sought to use a mysterious alien artifact to gain control over the world's technology. The alien artifact, an orb-like device, glows with a pulsating energy. Dr. Carter and Captain Sullivan look at each other, knowing that they must find a way to deactivate the artifact before its power becomes too much for the Earth to handle. Dr. Carter, we need to send the artifact back to its origin, or the energy it's releasing will destroy our world. Captain Sullivan nods, but how do we do that? Dr. Carter scans the room, his eyes landing on an old, decommissioned space shuttle in the hangar. Dr. Carter, pointing at the shuttle, there. That's our ticket out of here. Captain Sullivan pilots the shuttle, expertly navigating the controls as Dr. Carter secures the artifact in the cargo hold. They exchange a look of determination, knowing that their mission has only just begun. Dr. Carter, serious, you realize there's a chance we won't make it back? Captain Sullivan, smirks, wouldn't be the first time we've faced those odds. The space shuttle soars into the sky, leaving Earth's atmosphere and entering the cold void of space. As they approach the alien artifact's point of origin, a wormhole opens before them. Captain Sullivan and Dr. Carter brace themselves as the shuttle is drawn into the wormhole. Captain Sullivan, shouting, "Hold on." The shuttle shakes violently as they travel through the wormhole, finally emerging on the other side. The space shuttle lands on the surface of a desolate, alien planet. Captain Sullivan and Dr. Carter, wearing spacesuits, step out onto the strange terrain. The sky is filled with unfamiliar constellations, giving the landscape an eerie, otherworldly glow. Dr. Carter carries the artifact to a pedestal that matches its shape, placing it carefully upon the platform. As the artifact settles into place, it begins to emit a blinding light, causing the ground to shake. Dr. Carter, shouting, "We need to get back to the shuttle, now." Captain Sullivan and Dr. Carter make it back to the shuttle just in time, as the alien planet begins to crumble around them. Captain Sullivan powers up the shuttle, lifting off from the collapsing surface. The space shuttle speeds back towards the wormhole as the alien planet disintegrates behind them. The wormhole remains open just long enough for the shuttle to pass through, then vanishes. The shuttle emerges from the wormhole and re-enters Earth's atmosphere. Captain Sullivan and Dr. Carter exchange a look of relief, knowing that they have saved their world. As they descend back to Earth, Captain Sullivan and Dr. Carter reflect on their adventure. Dr. Carter, smiling, "We did it. We saved our home." As they fly back to our beautiful blue planet,